The best of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. We are surrounded by too much noise. For centuries, noise was only what we discerned with our ears. Psychology, however, asserts that there can be noise in our minds even without any in our ears. And now, ever since there ceased to be only 1, 2, 4, or 5 TV networks that signed off at midnight after the playing of the national anthem, we can have noise 24 hours daily each week every year. The choices are varied: news, documentaries, talk shows, weather, infomercials, hour-long episodes, half-hour comedies, game shows, sports, and of course, movies. As if television were not enough, in the past 30 years we got, added to TV, the internet, along with Macs, PCs, laptops, tablets, and the ever-present mobile phone. The mobile phone has taken noise to a whole new level. For whereas radio, TV, cable, Netflix and YouTube and their cousins brought us audible noise, and disquiet within ourselves has brought mental noise, the cell phone has brought visual noise, as human heads now seem seamlessly buried in handheld devices reading the latest social media posts or messages, whether or not there is audible content. It's arguable that the greatest threat to our sense of community, friendship, tolerance, and even security is the prevalence and poison of conspiracy theories. And these are supplied by and feed on the incessant and relentless media noise. A little person comes to my home from time to time. When she arrives, there's already a pair of headphones on her head. When she appears in the kitchen in the morning saying, "I'm hungry," the headphones are already on. When she disappears for the night, the headphones are still on. The truth is, I'm not better. Although as I wrote the script for this episode, my TV was off and my drapes were drawn back so I could watch the amazing sunrise that often appears over my backyard, that's not usually the case. For aside from my date with you on Mondays, I usually have about 4 other speaking engagements each week. Each engagement requires new material. I rarely repeat any. So consequently, I am often found sitting at my laptop, tapping away in preparation. And very frequently, my TV is on as I type. The mother of that little person once asked me when she was an almost little person, "How could you do that?" Even though some would regard the content I watch as I do all of this as political, and I would argue back that it is information that keeps me aware about the status of justice, which is a chief component of my work, I shall admit that it is still noise. Even when I am away from my desk, laptop, and TV, because of the load of my speaking engagements, I'm constantly faced with the noise of processing ideas, arguments, defenses, and explanations. And even the anxiety that I shan't find something worthwhile to say. Very often I worry about whether I'd even appear on Mondays. Even in churches, we can't seem to catch a break from noise. More and more forms of worship are embracing fewer and fewer opportunities for quietude, silence, and meditation. Because worship in some circles has become a commercial enterprise, dead air, that is silence, isn't sexy and doesn't bring in the money. We either need the band playing or the rock star we call the preacher blabbering away incessantly. Isn't it true that even when we lie awake in bed in the darkness and all is quiet, noise still assails us? Perhaps we rehearse the argument we had with somebody the day before, and only then assemble the real answer they deserved, but which we didn't give them. Or it's some other form of dissatisfaction with life, or even with yourself, your job, or your home, your marriage. Perhaps it's end of career or end of life issues that worry you, or the hateful thoughts which have been besieging you as you suffer under the policies and political abuses that unprincipled and self-serving leaders cause upon your life or your country or your world, or greatly threaten life therewith. We desperately need some quiet. So I suggest you develop a discipline of quietness. What's that look like? Well, wake early and watch the glorious colors of the sunrise in silence. Stand at your window and watch the squirrels leaping from tree to tree and wonder if they're playing or if they're chasing each other off their own territory with annoyance. Or go find a park and sit and watch the birds or flowers or a brook running by, or observe the way of children playing in the distance. Walk a dog or pet somebody's dog on the head, pat it on the head. Watch how he breathes and, lives. Find a beach and watch the waves ebb and flow. Sit in silence somewhere and become aware of your own breathing. And as you breathe, be aware of your own body, each body part perhaps. The very chair you're sitting on or the ground you're standing on. Become aware of that. Become aware of your surroundings and your place in that space, in the land, in the universe. Look up at the sky from time to time and just contemplate how vast it is. Go outside at nights and look up at the stars. Learn how to shut out everything a few times each day. Learn how to meditate. It's time to take back the silence, for silence is still golden. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I'll see you again next week. Happy Monday all the way to Friday.